All right, guys, first thing you do when you change out a valve, you want to shut your water off. So all you come down to your main, and all you do is just turn it off. That's all you have to do. All right, guys, open up your valve. Make sure it's drained out. You can have a little bit of water on that. Always bring a little bit of a pan or something underneath it. And also, I brought with me Pasco, and it's the two different type wrenches. And we'll see how they work. I don't make a penny off this. This is what I bought off the internet. We'll see how they work. Thanks. Okay, guys, this is for a toilet valve. I'm going to replace it with a quarter turn angle valve. You take your wrench from the Pasco, you screw it on here. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it can be a little harder. And that'll hold it on nice and tight. And you won't wrench what's behind the wall. That's why I like that. And you hold it on tight. And this wrench is great. It opens like that. And what it does is when you're on the nut, it will open up and let you move. It's not like a traditional ratchet. It's a little different. So you put it on like this, like that. And then you hold this and you turn. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And then if you had to turn it a more, this, see how it turns around and goes like that. That's it. Now I just take it off by hand, unscrew it without trying to hurt my tile here, and that's it. That's that easy. That's the easiest part of the job. Then all we have to do now is take this ferrule off. And I have a tool for that too. I don't know what it's called. And here it is. Here's my tool. I bought this on the internet too. Again, I have no idea what it's called, but it works and it's very simple to use, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so all you have to do, guys, we want to reach these threads with this nut thread. That's it. So what I do is I'm going to take the middle piece out. See how I'm screwing it right now? Counterclockwise. This way it opens in the center, as you see. And this way I can reach this nut. It goes over like this. The barrel inside, the cylinder does not go into it. It's beveled, so it does not go all the way into it, the centerpiece, but this does. So it comes up like this, and you come over here, and all you have to do is screw this off. That's it. Just like that. And now I'm tightening it on the cylinder, and that's all you have to do. So all I have to do now is I turn clockwise. This bolt pushes into the pipe and pulls this with it because it's connected here. It's really an ingenious little thing, and that's all I'm doing is turning it. If this starts to turn, the big cylinder, I just put my pliers on it. But right now I do not have to. And right now I'm pulling it. And we'll see if this ferrule comes off. Look at that. The ferrule came off beautiful. Didn't damage the pipe. And that's all you do. And that's it. How beautiful is that? Look at this. And that's it. And literally it's as easy as this. I turn back a little bit. Perfect. And there you go. And the pipe is not damaged at all by the ferrule. At least to the eyes, that is. All right, guys, I bought the brass craft from Home Depot. Look for 29. Quarter turn angle valve. 1/2 inch on compression. All you do is you put the nut on like this. Some people put it all on the valve already and push it on. This is how I like to do it, even though it's my second or third time doing this. I push it in like that, and then here's your valve. All right, so I just deburr with my little rigid tool. That's it. And then I do my sandpaper. And that's it. Okay, guys, I bought Blue Monster. I did call the manufacturer. It's all over the internet. Some people don't like using it at all on this quarter turn angle valve. I spoke to the manufacturer. He said it does not matter either way, so I'm going to put a little on it. It's more of a slip agent than anything. And that's all. Just coat it like that. You don't put it on that. You don't go near the ferrule. That's the one thing he said. He goes, you can do it from the other side. And that's it. So what you want to do is you want to push this on now. and you want to hold it here tight, like that, and then screw it in. But you want to keep pressure on the valve. And hand tighten it. And according to Brasscraft, all he said is if you hand tighten it, it needs maybe another half turn with the wrench. He said, so you don't over tighten it. He said, but if you do it by hand, it probably is a half to a quarter turn more by. All right, so I take this and the ferrule off. I screw my wrench back on. Remember, this is for a toilet. I like to keep it nice and straight. Now remember, this doesn't have to go over this because it opens up. Clips on it, and that's it, and then you tighten, just like that. It's at about a half to 3/4 turn. And we're done. All right, guys, I like the quarter turn over this. You can see this little gasket here can break. Look how black it is. The crap comes off it. It gets very dry and old. And this over here might be literally 40, 50 years old. So I like to turn it off and put a quarter turn. It's just my preference. I think the quarter turn's safer. You're going to hear different opinions on it. But you can see here what happens when it stays in this open position. And then when you go to close it, sometimes this thing can break right through the gasket, and then you have a real mess on your hands. That's why I like this simple quarter turn. It's nice and tight. You don't really need this ferrule because when you put on your toilet line like this, even though you put it on like this and you screw it on, you don't need that, and that's it. Just remember, guys, close it off until you hook up your toilet. If you put the water back on in your house, you have to have the quarter turn off. And this is also a good thing to remember. If you put the water on and this is off here, you'll see if it's leaking or not, and you'll know it's working immediately. That's it for the accidental plumber. I get into these things accidentally.